Hello everyone, and welcome back. Nathaniel 12369 here, or Bad Boy 12369. My bad, stupid Xbox account. Um, Today I'm going to do another review on a game I actually just beat about 5 minutes ago. It's probably one of the best in the series. I enjoyed this one out of the three. As you all know, this one was not meant to be scary as much as so much an adventure game or shooter, or whatever you want to call it. The review is Bioshock Infinite. The ending was extremely good. I'm not going to ruin any of it. It does have its comedic moments. Trying to think. It's got a different variety of. They're not called. Oh wow. Okay, I haven't played Bioshock 1 or 2 in a while. The spells and stuff like that. I can't think of any of it at the moment because too awesome. But what I like about this game is when you want to upgrade something, like your gun, for example. Back in the first and second one, as some of you probably know, you can only upgrade one weapon at a time, and you can only put on one upgrade, and that's it. You have to find another weapon upgrade station and see if it's something better. With this one, on the other hand, there is actually a vending machine. You can't hack them in this game. Little upsetting. Can't be cheap. But they have. You can just keep buying upgrades as long as you have the money for it. The girl Elizabeth, she'll help you get money. If you run low on health in combat, she'll throw you a med pack. That's another thing I didn't like about the game. Is back in 1 and 2 when you can like heal yourself or give yourself Eve or whatnot. They actually took that out. That's something I didn't like, because even on normal mode you get beaten to death by handymen, the creatures you see in the commercials. Firemen, rocket men, other things like that. I'm trying not to give too much away. But you do get your butt handed to you, and you can't do anything about it. Such as being on the rails of the skylines. One of the techniques that the handyman can use is he'll jump on and shock the rails, and if you can't get off in time, you're going to keep taking damage until you do. So it doesn't help when you run low on health. But I do like the executions. I will say that. So, example, when you're meleeing an enemy, they get to just low enough health, and you hold down if you have the 360, I don't know if it's for the PS3. If you hold down the Y button, you can grab them and just keep the thing spinning through them. It's really cool. I enjoyed that. But another thing I didn't like is the fact you can only hold two weapons. Unlike the first and second, where you have your wheel of all the different weapons and whatnot, you can only have two. Personally, my favorite weapons in the game were the crank gun, and the burst gun was another good one. Or the machine gun, burst gun, they're kind of even. But another thing I liked was like some of the upgrades for the Vigors is what they're, or Vigors, what have you want to call it, is what they're called in this one. When you use them, there's one called Possession. Okay, it's the same thing as Hypnotize as the first and second one. This is what you're all thinking. In reality, it's actually not. I was surprised by this one, and I loved it. I used this, and I used the Shock Jockey, which, if you played first and second one, it's just the Shock one. That's it. Although the charging up is a little cooler in this one. But the Possession, if you upgrade it once, after you hypnotize an enemy, it doesn't last as long as the Enrage or Hypnotize in the first and second, but when you use it, after it wears off eventually, of course, the enemy will actually commit suicide. That is probably one of the coolest things ever. It makes dealing with groups of enemies so much easier. I'm still trying not to give too much away because it's only been 2 or 3 days since it's come out. If you like, I can do an update on it and tell you more about it. But I'm not gonna do it before a week even up. Weeks even up before it's completely out. Another thing I liked was how I'm trying not to give too much. Elizabeth, she's kind of an interesting character. She can open up tears, which are basically reality doorways. But when you're in combat or something, she can pull med kits, like a box of 4 or 5 med kits, just there. You can go, oh look, med kit, take it and use it. But that's another thing. You also use it instantly. There's no holding on to it or anything else. It's not like a first aid kit, or an Eve hypo. But I'm so glad. One thing I'm so happy about is they took out the little sisters, so you don't have to fight the big dad. There's no big daddies in this one. But the end of the game, if you've played the first one, as long as you play like 5 minutes of the first one, you're fine. The ending of this one, I recommend you make it to the end. Because if you've played the first one, you'll get to a certain area, you'll be like, I remember this! And you'll sit there and look around. Another thing was, they took out, like in the first and second, they had like the little, it looks like the Pip-Boy from Fallout, in a way. They took that out. It's no longer that. He's not using it on, like, police officers or something like that. It actually gets used on little devils. But everything has a charge-up ability, such as the possession one, for example. Almost anything you can charge it up, and you can set it. It will become a trap. When you throw it to the ground, enemies that walk over or near it will instantly get either possessed or blown up or stunned or something. It's rather cool. But I chose, when I started playing, to max out my, the salts is what they're called now. It's not Eve anymore. I chose to max that out first, only because I used it so much. And it does help when you don't have Elizabeth with you. Because yes, there are points of the game where she's not next to you and helping out. Another thing that was kind of nice was, actually, I just love the story in general. I basically chose, I played through the entire game, and just to see what happens, I'd always hit the right trigger. And I'm probably going to go through it again and hit the left trigger all the way through, just seeing what happens. But, when you play through it, your mind will be blown at the end. You'll be like, holy crap, your jaw will drop, you'll get all your achievements and whatnot, and you'll just stand there. You won't even know what to do. But yeah, I do highly recommend this game, for multiple reasons. You find out a lot and everything else, and you sit there like the entire time. Yeah, I can already see a comment being about that. I think they really should make a Bioshock game that's multiplayer. That would be interesting, and I'd actually be curious to see how they do it. But, like, for example, the first one, you could do that as multiplayer. Second one, and I'm talking about multiplayer co-op, no multiplayer as the second one, just beat this crap out of each other. But, basically, I'd be curious if they could do something like that. Another one is, like Dead Space 3, the co-op story's okay, but it's not as scary as 1, 2. This game, if you've seen the trailers for it, obviously, you know, it's definitely not meant to be a scary game like 1 and 2 was. 1 was definitely freaky beyond all reason. Second one, it's got its jumpy moments. I haven't beaten it yet. As you can see through my playthroughs, I've gotten up to that far. I am going to get a better quality device so I can record a lot better than as you've seen. And if you all like, I will restart Bioshock 2 from beginning with the new capture device, so that way you can actually see a little bit more of what's going on and whatnot. I honestly haven't even played it since my last recording because it's supposed to be a blind playthrough. And once again, I explain in a different video. My laptop's broken, so I can't record or anything else off that. So yeah, also you playing through this, you'll see a lot of historical characters such as like George Washington, which if you've seen trailers, playthroughs, or whatnot, you already know about it. The Patriots. It's definitely got an interesting storyline. I'm bound to play through it a second time because I missed a lot of things. But it's definitely a game I'd be willing to play over and over. It's got a really good story and everything else. So I think that's going to be it. I'm not entirely sure. If I missed anything, play through it and you'll know. So yeah. I also have other games that I'm going to play and whatnot. Oh, and Eric, you know who you are. I'm going to beat your gamer score. If it takes me the rest of the year, but I will beat it before the end of the year. If you're all wondering who that is, it's a friend of mine who I met on Xbox. Scary how close we are in common. And we're having a race to see who can have more gamer score by the end of the year. At the moment, 17,500, I think. He's got 18,000. I got a little while to go. But yeah, I plan on doing a few other things like reviews and whatnot. But once again, my other videos, you can tell that I've been busy and everything else been going on and other crap's been happening. So, yeah, I think I'm going to call this the video. And if you'd like any other reviews or anything else, I'd be willing to do a review or anything. If you'd like, you can add me on Xbox. I'll give you my Xbox gamer tag. I'm just not going to announce it right here. I know y'all thinking, oh, it makes sense if he does, but I'm not going to because I'll just have random people just doing it. Message me if you want my gamer tag. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to go back downstairs and probably play Gears 2 with Eric again. I know the Judgment just came out. I really wanted it, but I'm trying to save my money because there's an event up here. For us nerdy people, it's most of us know it. It's called Anime Boston. It's basically a big convention with people dressed up in cosplay and whatnot. I actually just ordered my third costume. I have 3 costumes in all. I have Toby from Naruto Shippuden, Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach, and my third one I will not announce right away. Because my friends, if they happen to watch the video, I know Maureen, one of my bosses, watches my videos, so I'm sure she'll see this and be like, oh hey, he mentioned my name. Yeah, she watches it, and I'm sure she'd figure out who it was. I have other friends and that might watch it, and I don't want them to figure out who I am yet. The convention, if any of you happen to be up in Boston area, Boston, Mass, it's on 24th, 25th, 26th of May. Perhaps when some of you see this, it's going to be past that date, depending on what you do. That's 2 months, and it's still not 2 months away. My costume won't be here till like the end of next month, so I'm really hoping it fits, because yeah, I have bulky shoulders and everything else. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Be sure to check out my Facebook page, my random funny stuff. I'll put that down below in the description. Be sure to check that out. If you like it, hit the like button. See, it's just, we're looking for some more views or more likes and whatnot, just like every Facebook page. Also, I'm looking for another admin for it. Possibly someone that won't like troll all the page, basically. If possible, like the page. Send the page a message saying, "Can I be an admin?" and we'll go from there. Because, as I said in my other video, I'm not on every day. I can't do this. This is a once a rare time thing where I could actually do a review without anyone being around and not having to work right now, since I'll be working tonight. It's 10 o'clock already. Holy crap. So I'm hoping for more likes, more whatnot. Also, don't forget to subscribe. If right now it's down here or over here or whatnot, or yeah, you know. Don't forget to subscribe. At the moment it's down there. It could change and put back over here or over there or up top or that way or who knows. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to call this a video and I will see you all later. Bye.